Oh yeah. I've been a bit conflicted about the whole like putting the like putting the wooden coaster here at the end. And I don't know if I'm gonna decide to like put another coaster there, or if I'm gonna like actually like, instead of just capping it off here, I'm gonna like allow there to be more stuff. Or what I'm gonna do. So if I cap it off with this this wooden coaster here at the end, then I can't like build anything else in the park anymore. And I'm like, I kind of don't want to do it like that, you know? Where I have like literally no option to continue this park, even if I spontaneously want to sometime. So I'm kind of unsure about this. God damn it. I'm so like unsure in what I want to do. Show me what my love. I'm gonna continue building this a little, I guess, and then I'll decide if I hate it or not, or something. No. Like thinking about this pre-lift section, and it's like it could be all right, but again, I'm not sure if I want to cap the park off. Is the thing, like, it would be for the best, like, performance wise, so that this stays as a park that I can edit on stream and stuff. But Meowdy, Meowdy run. My tongue got tied. Hello. It just started planeting them co-stairs. Do you wanna be at the Met Gala? I got one. If you all that. Can't stay long because I need to wind down for bed, but needed to tell I just had the apple empanada from Taco Bell. Was it good? Was it like the now lost to time McDonald's apple pie? The stick form apple pie. That shit was so good. Like, Finland had it for like the longest time, but I think unfortunately we lost it in like 2016. No, not 2016, but like 2018 maybe, and I was so upset. It was just okay. McDonald's apple pie filling way better. Empanada's filling was weirdly creamy. Ah, okay. Like the crust though, worth a try. Was the crust like it looked like a McDonald's apple pie. Or I mean, they do have other pies too in other parts of the world, like chocolate raspberry and like cherry cream, whatever of those. But you know. Crust was quite lighter. McDonald's pie was really good and crispy. Okay. Okay, the pre-lift section is good. I'm taking my coffee cup away real quick. Getting a Sprite tropical mix. Yummy. I have a really hard time placing what the flavor of this actually is. I'll see if I can find it actually online. Why not? Right, tropical mix flavor. Tropical is such a broad flavor theme, exactly. Like sometimes when you see like sometimes I love a tropical flavor thing, but then sometimes it'll be like the most nasty mix of like really fake pineapple flavor with like coconut, and then they add like some mango and stuff like that. A really fake mango is really bad too, like mango flavoring. Apparently, it's supposed to be the Sprite tropical mix is supposed to be uh pineapple and strawberry. I can definitely taste the strawberry. Tropical to me should be passion fruit and pineapple. I feel like to me, tropical says like when you generally say tropical, strawberry tropic. I know strawberry to me says like Northern Europe. um, like I feel like to me, what fits in tropical is like mango, passion fruit, pineapple, guava, papaya. Guava and papaya are often, or like mostly guava, are like included in some tropical flavor mixes. And then lime, not lemon, lime. Lime is allowed in a tropical mixture, but for some reason, lemon, no. I don't know why. I cannot explain it, but I am right, regardless. I'm wondering if I should have a turnaround section up here. I saw a little tropical juice with pineapple, passion fruit, and lime, and I need to try it. Ah, okay. Oh, I bought this like really cheap. I think it was Lithuanian question mark in like S Market. I bought this like juice drink that was it was, what was it? It was grape and peach, I think. And that shit was really fucking good. My K Market just had an amazing canned pomegranate juice from Vietnam, so good. I'm so glad that I have if I want some, I rarely want just juice, I often want soda, but then again, there are those like carbonated juice drinks, which are really fucking good. But I'm so glad that I live so close to like all the Asian grocers, so I can just like go get like some, some kind of like tasty carbonated juice drink, or like some kind of like more tropical juice drink that's a bit more like authentic tasting, you know, and it's not just mostly apple juice. Because the thing is that with any kind of juice drink in Europe, it's gonna be mostly apple juice, and you can tell because apple juice is cheap. So like it's, you know, like fair, understandable that it's like mostly apple juice, but still, I want to taste the other stuff. What drinks reminds me of Luxurious opening. Grab yourself a beverage and pop your ohanga into your roller coaster hole. I don't know what she says when she says that ohanga. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I think the YouTube auto captions say off hanger, but those are the auto captions, so like I don't know. German for headphone. Let's check. Headphone. It's Kopfhörer, but maybe like Kopfhörer, but maybe like she's just saying it weird. I think this might be too much force at the bottom of the drop, but I'm not sure. Flashim sama, lupa fledi, vatruza paritero fledimse. That is most likely gonna have too much G-force, but we can always test. Huge coaster, nice. Well, see, the thing is, I'm not even sure if I want to put this coaster here, because if I put the coaster here, because I wanted to cap off the park, because I on purpose want to keep the park small so that it runs the best on stream, and it's something that I like manage to start and end on stream. But I'm like, but if I put the coaster here, then I cannot like even have the chance to expand. So I'm gonna like should I just like sort of like cap the park in like a fucking, hold on, like just like I don't know, like because I'm gonna put like a hill around the entire place, so like a wall of like mountain around the whole place so you can see the empty flatness of the huge property. But like, should I like instead just like put a cap of that at the end, and then whatever rides I like finish this park with, quote unquote, I put on the sides instead? I'm not sure. If I do decide to do that, I can still move this, so I don't mind like editing this with the knowledge that I might not even keep it here. But I need to smooth this out, certainly. But this drop might not even work at all. It might be like way too intense G-force wise, but I'm gonna try. Actually works great. Fun fact, I've ridden a wooden coaster that's taller than this in real life. Is it taller? I'm pretty sure it's taller. I'm like almost 100% that it's taller. Oh yeah, it's taller. Yeah. Love wooden coasters. I love when they're well maintained and there's like a little bit of a rattle or like sort of like that like rumble, like that like wooden coaster sort of like where it's like sort of like you can tell that it's like made of wood, but it doesn't like kill you. but I gotta go to bed now. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a right video of my favorite one from my childhood. Do that, and yeah, I'll check it later. Have a good sleep. Thank you. I feel like before I can really with the coaster much more, I need to decide where it goes. I do. Because then I can properly like mold it around its surroundings more. Theoretically, put it there. I love how when I move the coaster, there's like a cheering effect from the void. Fuck, I don't know. I'm so I do I haven't remembered to change the color of those employees' shirts. Visors. Then again, I'm like thinking that it will always look unfinished, the park, if I don't cap it off in like this direction as well. If it's just like, I don't know, like a mountain or something that I put at the very end. In that sense, like this, like a big ride will be like kind of like, ooh, you know. Ooh, it's going in the wrong direction. I'm not sure that I'm gonna be profiled exactly like that, but I'm just for now. needs to be lower. Yeah, that's all right. Thank you. Maybe. Oy, oy, oy. coffee and wine. Days aren't crazy. I feel that without them both getting on with John.
Yowdy.
Yowdy Butterable Water. Welcome in today. Welcome. Coffee and wine. For coffee and wine. So good so far. Where the universal's free, you can find it anywhere. Just been some. We have enough, like, speed to get up here. I put another brake run. I'll brake here. Boom. Boom, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Well, yeah, but too slow there. really, really could happen. Yes, it really, really, really could happen. The days they seem to fall through you, I'll just let them go. This might be alright. I can actually be even a bit taller. Just a bit. I'm gonna use this tool though to like create a little divot here for like fun. Goes a bit up and then down and then yeah. Yes, it really, really, really could happen. The days they seem to fall through, you will just let them go. The structure is left looking kind of mangled here when I put multiple pieces of coaster track to go through it, but it's Hmm. I have a suspicion that this will be a pretty slow turnaround, but I'm gonna still try it out. Okay, that actually works out pretty good. Now we have to change stuff. I could theoretically put 5 trains on it, but I won't because that's then they'll just stop all the time, and that's not good either. Will it make it through even if it's just released at the... Well, yeah, it will, but it's just not as fast. I don't really like this low to the ground turnaround over there. I might do something about that. That seems to me it's not enough spacing between dispatches right now. Yeah, no, because they get stopped at a block break. None of them should at any point get stopped at a block break, so... Just gonna speed it up and see what kind of spacing it ends up in. in normal operation. I can't judge it by just the very start of like when I put it to test because you know there's always going to be two trains there at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Bum, 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 bum. Yep, seems to work. But I just don't, not sure I like this. It's a bit boring. Just like, oh, like speedy flicker and go to the ground. If I lifted it up a bit like I did there. Yeah, that makes it definitely way more interesting. Moves there. I do say so myself. In fear. Kingmaker? I don't know, just something for now. Safe park. Okay, I want to take a refresh on this shit. I love how triggered like effects and animatronics and stuff actually make the guests like cause them like a fear reaction. I did cook here. I did cook with this one. I hope that I cook as hard with the coaster. Yoni's nuts got him. So stupid. Now I wonder if I build part of this, like half that and then half in this section itself, and like, is it gonna meld well? Like meld in together? Like are they gonna mesh well together? I can just try with this coronary artery. Well, the buildings overlap a little, that's not good. But as long as in this direction they're in line, it's actually fine. No, I'm not gonna cop out that hard, and also I'm building it. And it was supposed to, like, this building, sad, speech. This side of the building is supposed to be like that building, and then the coaster side in that its own. I have actually no idea if the people are gonna like queue up in like a sort of like curved shape even when there's no curved path. I feel like there's no reason for them to like fill the entire path square to the edges, which is why I am gonna try like making it the path with these curves like this. And I don't really know how to make super detailed buildings with these like sandstone castle blocks, but I have to try. You'll never get better if you don't practice. Like with chandeliers in this big hall here. Let me change your color, man. There you go.
Digging into my brain to come up with ways to like make this more detailed.
And just a box with these like with this wall material. I have like some ideas of like what I could do to like theme this coaster, but we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. Are there some stone doors? Yes, there are. Make an employee door here. Right behind the employee. Shockingly enough. And I had a thought that maybe like some of the corners I could put these in. But I feel like that one is the only one where it fits, so I'm just gonna like make a sort of like the entire like box or whatever, and then like after that I can like think about detail work. Under the coaster here, I'm gonna do something, I don't know what, or like under the station. And then I was thinking that this portion could be outside. Because the coaster like lift hill starts there, so it's gotta like get a teaser. I take a swift detour though, I'm gonna start pulling up the ground. I'm not completely mistaken. I think the fastest way to lift the ground up a lot is to do this. And then you, after that, you like mold it to look more like a hill and not like a weird wall like this. It's a long snake. It needs to be tall in that direction too, because this coaster, like the lift hill ends in that direction. Samostane sebi sves, and I go putting me a prosty. Samostane sebi sves, prosty. Nope. It did. Really didn't want to change the tool I was using. Try to resist the feeling, slip the canvas in my blue, and the water starts boiling over, start second guessing yourself. Listen, is this real? Or just the ooh? Listen, is this real? God, it's slow. You gotta make massive amounts in like seconds in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, which had a pretty similar terrain editing system. Listen, is this real? Or just the or fake? Say, is this real? Or just the as I stare into its frame, slowly approaching. First glance, the finest painting I've ever laid eyes on. As they all say, it truly is one of a kind. I take my magnifying glass to its smooth lines, taking a closer look. Inspection is key. What do we have here? Could this be a forgery? Can you tell I love this song? Can you tell I love this song? That whenever it plays, I have to stop for the monologue. I'm gonna go get myself an energy drink, by the way. Clean. Clean pop the right there. Exhibit. The fuck? Hold on. I just realized this shit has carnitine in it. I've had this before, but like no like normally locally sold energy drink has carnitine in it, but this one does. That's wild.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone and
Acting out alone, riders on the storm.
there's a killer on the road. His brain is
Squirming like a toad. Real though, what do frogs deserve to be compared to stuff like this?
let your children play.
Figure out the coaster train colors.
Give this man a ride, sweet
You know, I might want to make them red, but just like even brighter.
on the road. Girl, you gotta love your man. Girl, you gotta love your man. Take him by the hand. Make him understand.
Ruthless. I wish they would allow you to change the font when you choose the show coaster name thing, but I love your man. Who said? Jesus.
你有像你自己的
Like, some of the ideas I have for like the theming for this is, I guess, like for example, I'm gonna have like, I was thinking of like over here, sort of like between the bigger coaster part and this ride, there's like over here in these lower parts, there's gonna be like a graveyard with like dead trees and plants and stuff. Also, I gotta go piss, but that was like my first thought, is like maybe like that. That theme is that like the ruthless, like, killed all their enemies, whatever. Extended absence over. Also paid my rent because I realized that I was supposed to do it earlier. Does it really matter? It's just a bit ugly looking at the back, but we're not supposed to be looking at that side anyway. The jetty, maybe. It's not here. No, seriously, where is it? The jetty. The jetty. coming. Sweet the sand. A bunch of these like less detailed ones and then a couple detailed ones. Will you I'm gone, never here when you look, nothing there. Now I'm gone, never here when you look, nothing there. Will you come I'm gone, never here when you look, nothing there. Will you gone, never here when you look. Will you I'm never here, you look, nothing there. I wonder. Okay, we're supposed to be stationary. Thank you. Yeah, hopping from place to place, but that's fine. If you just have an idea somewhere, you should implement it immediately and not wait. See the sun. Haven't saved in a while. I was thinking of like maybe doing like a smaller pyramid that like that, like it would jump over it, but then I was like, no, that's not good. Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi. I need to start exercising more and be a bit less stuck. Meowdy Ollie, welcome in today. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I'm gonna extend this graveyard motif outside this little plot here. I'm gonna need to somehow blend between the deserty ruin stuff here and then there. But that's fine. Uni ride, yeah, this is the like end cap to this park. I was like the first, I don't know, hour of the stream I was like super conflicted, like, do I even want to put it there? Because like, do I want to like cap the park for sure here? And then I was considering that instead I'd have like the Big Woody on one side, then something else on the other, and then I'd have like just like a hill with like a shop or something at the end instead. But then I was like, it would look like it would be very obvious that I would like left it open in case I wanted to expand. And like the whole point of this park was never to be really big. The point was to like be pretty detailed and something that like we could like start and finish on stream. So what does this energetic have a almost meaty lingering aftertaste? Is it the carnitine? Because like, again, I've never had an energetic with carnitine before. Except my arms. Oh. Yeah. Stretch. It's sort of like I'm bouncing between like areas, but it's like yeah, what I said earlier. If you have an idea somewhere, put it there immediately. You don't have to go in order. I feel like I should get a finish off like the shore of this lake, the amphibian lake, so that at least that. But you vile. Hold on, I gotta go get more water. In case you're wondering what I was coughing and I puked in my mouth when I burped a bit. Okay, I'm fine. My, like, the top of my throat feels really raw, though, from, like, the stomach acids or whatever. Maybe that it all worked out for me. Oh, if I've been so proud of me. I'm definitely gonna have to put some fencing here, though, because now there's the coaster track right next to the queue line. Every angle of the park is so cute. Thank you! Well, I mean, this isn't, but that's not supposed to be visible. And I mean, this isn't yet, but it should become nice. Wrong, that is a top. Okay. Enjoy it. Maybe I should just keep it on this for the rest of the stream. Just have this visible while I sip on it and then drink slowly. And talk about
There's
some...
nothing wrong with my views or beliefs because I have freedom of speech and everything I'm saying is true.
50 bits for that. You didn't even put a TTS message in it, goddamn. Thank you for the bits. There's nothing wrong with my views or beliefs because I have freedom of speech and everything I'm saying is true. I wish you could change the camera FOV. Like, maybe you can in, like, the cinematic camera mode or like, something.
We could somehow like make it look like it's going down without it being like a bully type. Well, whatever. It's There's nothing wrong with my views or beliefs, because I have freedom of speech and everything I'm saying is true. Oh, that's smart. Wait, what is? Stop loving you. Can't stop loving you. Pushing the bush underground so you just get a little brushing of grass. Yeah, because otherwise you can't really get like that kind of like this kind of like sort of like spotty looking small vegetation really. So you can do that by like pushing it like, yeah, exactly. It's a technique. Smart motherfucker. Why, thank you. How did they really make this other side? Like some occasional rocks, and it was alpine rocks, deciduous rocks, and a couple desert grassland rocks, okay? The thrill ride sounds like a haunted cat. Which one? This one? That reminds me, when I was a little kid, because a lot of like older flat rides like that, they made like kind of like freaky noises, or like the motors made those kinds of noises. Now I love them, the noises, but when I was a kid, like a little kid, there was like a there was a particular like ride at like a I'll see if I find a good one. There's a couple. Oh, I thought that was the noise. What was? Huh? Looking down. Nope. I'll check in. But stop it once it starts. It's time. Not sentimental, but there's something in the way you look tonight.
I hope the sound can come across in this well, but this is the exact ride actually that I was really scared of as a kid. Not like scared of riding, but the sound was so loud and it sounds like a moaning monster, and there's a creepy sun looking down at you. So I was legitimately scared to walk past the ride when I was like 6 years old. The reason why this video quality is so bad is that this ride hasn't like existed since like 2009. But like, look at that sun. If you can like look at that, that's horrifying. And then the noise. That's enough of that. The ride type is called a Huss Rainbow. Huss is the manufacturer and the ride type was called Rainbow. These are really rare nowadays because they have kind of like a design flaw which caused an accident in Sweden in 2008. And after that, sort of like gradually people have been less and less willing to take care of them. Because basically the way that the gondola stays like perfectly level while the like arm that it's connected to spins is that there's like a drive shaft inside with like a gearing that spins it at the exact like rotation rate of the arm, but in like the opposite direction. And like other manufacturers have versions of that ride, but then the drive shafts for the gearbox that do the rotation, like the counter rotation, they're on the outside of the arm. But in that Huss version, which I just showed a video of, the drive shaft, there was only, instead of there being 2 drive shafts on the sides of the arm, there was only 1 drive shaft inside of the arm. So you couldn't do a visual inspection on the condition without like tearing open into the like arm and like disassembling the ride basically. So parks don't really want to do that because like, you know, the ride is supposed to like stay intact, but then like traveling fairgrounds, they're willing to still take care of those rides because they take the whole ride apart anyway all the time, so it's fine. But when it's supposed to be stationary, it's like a lot of like effort to just do an inspection. So in 2008 in Sweden, one of those ride types, the drive shaft inside it snapped or sheared, which caused the gondola to like crash into the ground, because it wouldn't like stay upright anymore. So like when the ride came down, the like gondola like tilted and some people got injured. And after that, the in Finland too, like they just shut the ride down. They were like, okay, we're not dealing with this, you know. Oh my god, that's scary. It would be scary, but like luckily nobody died, at least. Not that seriously injured, but yeah, it's like really, but it is a design flaw, obviously, to have like a very important part like that be uninspectable in part versions in like solid installations. I do wish that I would have like gotten to experience that ride like at some point, but so I'll just have to find like a traveling version eventually. There's a couple traveling France, I think, and then there's like one in like traveling around the southern US, but like yeah, because and there's one park version still operating in Poland.
and I think it's still operating, yeah. Bum, 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 ba-dum. I might want to have like a lifted platform for this. Yeah. An energy sinking, that's really how it should be. Said I didn't feel like I'm probably the right for you. Felt that I'm late and cares to attention. I could never stay too mad, to be honest. With no sleep, maybe just some THC, Cisco, like island breeze.
In... It does not need to be that tall, so I'm like wondering if I didn't need to. Oh, that's weird. There's like no ridge. Well, I mean, separately. No mitäs mun pitäis... Kai mä nyt yritän selittää vaikka mitä mä teen tässä. Mä yritän laittaa tähän tämmöstä niinku häkkimaista kattoa. Ja mä tietenkin laitan ton väärille korkeudelle, mutta niinku... Et se on niinku semmonen vähän, et kun tää tulee jarrutukseen, niin jos se joutuu pysähtyä tähän, niin sit sentään siinä on jotain päällä. Ja mä yritän tehdä tästä semmosen niinku... niinku semmosen, no ei nyt farmimaisen, mutta niinku sellaisen vähän niinku vanhemman näköisen. Eli mä käytän tätä niinku tällaista teräskattoa. Sitten jos tästä tulee ihan ok, niin sit se on kiva, mutta jos ei, niin sitten mä teen jotain muuta. Ei sille voi mitään. Tuohon vois kans laittaa valoja tänne alle. Tietenkin. Ja sit ehkä kans like some like posts that go across even. My life has been rough. Bitter these days. Gonna get them to be like a more accurate look at the like wooden posts over there. That's pretty good. Oh, hanging lanterns from the... Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I fucking want. I need someone to love me. According to this game, ropes are a fairy tale scenery item. So just so you all know, ropes don't actually exist. They're a German fairy tale invention. Don't trust big rope. Okay, that was not the direction I expected it to spin in.
have to admit, butterable water as a name just makes me think of like a beverage that's just like warm water with like melted butter floating in it, which just But I'm not gonna judge the name itself because I'm fucking called Pee Hole Palace, so you know. Let me select the fucking rope. I'll make sure it's in the mid-dale. Oh, that actually will hang too low above the vein when it goes by, so I'm lifting it up there. Yeah, so now there's like these little lanterns above this the brake runs. Shelter. Walking down the dark to night. The next day. See what it's like to actually blast into that, like, It's nice. Favorite The Rock. Who I wanted. Oh, this song takes me back. Meowdy Boshimo. Welcome in today. Welcome, welcome. All day. We win. Yeah. Funnily enough, it was also when I was working at a theme park. Really? Damn. It's pretty fun. I am interested in what theme park it was, but if it like doxes you or something, then don't say, obviously. You don't have to. It's a Six Flags park. Yeah. Well, at the time they were like less, because obviously nowadays the Cedar Fair Company and Six Flags Company merged, and now they're all officially Six Flags parks. So meow with it. I'm supposed to be the one making dumb puns on this channel. Like, I gotta like match this bit of beach to the rest of it is the challenge here, because I haven't worked on it, like those parts for a while. I am also a cat, so... Yeah, but you're not the cat, you know what I'm saying? You give in to me, that I give in to you, that's the least I can do. Baby eats you.
This song is so sweet, but then like I just hear "Baby Eats You." Baby eats you. You're right. You got me. Yeah, no, Cedar Fair and Six Flags were strongly competing, but their Cedar Fair won and ate the other. Corporate 4, yeah. But then for some reason they adopted the Six Flags name. Probably because the Six Flags name is like Cedar Fair parks were named like Cedar Fair, Cedar Point, or Cedar Fair, Michigan's Adventure. So like, if they were to keep like a company name, the Six Flags name was way more iconic, even if it was like less respected. So almost like a mini Cold War. Honestly, I think that should have been like a situation where like where antitrust laws should have come into effect, but well, they didn't. So there's certainly been more harmful mergers, obviously, like than that. But at the end of the day, that's semi like inconsequential because of it's an entertainment industry thing. But still. Also, not to like suck my own dick here too much again, but like, I fucking love what I did with Amphibian. Like almost everything about Amphibian, like this coaster, love. Just like love that I did like an in-depth themed like family coaster slash like more intense kiddie coaster. Like after I decided to like take down the tower that I had here and instead put this like fake mountain top and stuff like that, like just cinema. This shipwreck that you press through. Timed features. Well, that's more basic, but that is fun always. There's even a station animation that like on Amphibian where like with lights where when the train dispatches, it does this. Is it dispatching now? It's not yet because the time hasn't elapsed. Yeah, like light changes in waves, and then when another train comes back, they just go on like gradually like that. Didn't know you could do that. Yeah, you can play around with lighting so much in this game, it's so fun. The timed features that you noticed first were these, probably, yeah. And that. The thing is also, like, but I just like this boardwalk and the custom lamppost and all of that shit that I did. But like, the thing is with these like timed splashes things, I added these like fake pipes, or like, well, they are like real pipe props, but I added them into these custom footers because I was like, well, there has to be some kind of like mechanical like pipe connection between the different splashes. Do you know about the Mummy Adventure in Universal Studios? Yeah, well, it's called Revenge of the Mummy. But yeah. Like, there's a couple versions, some are better than others, but like, yeah, I know about them. It's one of the few roller coasters I believe that my boyfriend has like accepted on going ever. I haven't gone with him, obviously, like, because I've never been outside of Europe, but like, because it's like more like half dark, right? He like did accept to go on it. But like almost all other like amusement park rides, he calls them hell machines. So he will happily jump off of a moving truck to catch like a car that's rolling away or something if it's part of his job, but he will not go on any kind of theme park ride. And I think it's kind of like the fact that he's not in control of the situation, maybe, which I understand, but yeah. I mean, the real ceiling flame effect, yeah, that stuff is cool. Wait, Boshomo, have you seen this park at all yet? Like, any of the streams of this park? No. Okay, well, funny you say that about, Revenge of the Mummy. Because I made a temple-themed coaster was the first thing I did here. With a swinging axe next to the station. And timed events and stuff. It's actually mostly not inside, so it's not that close to like Revenge of the Mummy or something, but it still has many of the... It's... yeah. No! Fuck. God damn it. God damn it. I accidentally took my cursor off screen and went to standard recording. God damn it. And then this is where we go into another finished section, which is roll over the lava and go into the jungle, where we have the rest of the layout. There's some more temple ruin stuff. We go closer to the ending. Yeah. This was really fun to do, and this is the entrance. Is that obviously there's like a show building that's like, you know, you can't get away. Well, the thing is, you could in this game, of course, like hide it completely beneath like a mountain or something, but this park is supposed to be realistic, so we have like a show building, and then there's a facade here. Which is the mountain with the burning skull you enter through. There's a little room in here where there's like water falling through the ceiling into a pool underneath, whatever, that's not lighting. There's a season scene with skeletons and snakes. A skull thing. And we can like go into this, it's the train going by. Yeah, we can like look at the different scenes like off the ride as well. A like little detail here that you don't really notice like on the ride necessarily is that in addition to this skeleton that's burning here, where the like prize is, there's a bunch of like dead guys laying around the place here too, which has, you know, semi-obvious implications. There's the trap thing, there's this thing. Then there's this where you had the beyond vertical drop, go under it, and then you fly. There's this like big guy, and then you fly against the bigger wall of spikes. And then here there's like another like little thing before the launch. And then you launch as the doors open. This side isn't yet like fully themed, and the reason why is because I hadn't still added these rides. So I was like, well, I'm only gonna like finish this when I can, when there's stuff on the other side of it. And as Ollie said, then there's the part where you roll like across a lava lake, and then there's I added some like atmospheric lighting to this like jungle section here. Which is fun. Do you mean love with the ceiling element, or what do you mean by love tying ceiling element? And also, thank you, Butterable. Oh, thing. Okay, that thing, not that tying. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I'm also, I will say, really happy with how the this flat ride turned out. I added quite a lot of detail. I really need to piss. I don't know. Look at Amphibian, because I'm really happy with it. Wait, which one reminds you of Test Track? Because, like, nothing here reminds me of Test Track in Epcot. I guess I'll... Well, this look... maybe that's done. I'll add another palm tree here, and then maybe... The temple, right, since it's half indoor, then the second half outside after a powerful launch. Ah, okay. Well, in that sense, kinda, but yeah. In some ways, it takes kind of inspiration of a ride called Flucht von Novgorod in Germany, which is really fucking cool because it's a coaster, but it also has jump scares, which is just insane, and it's like kind of like also like a dark ride, and it's very intense. I just wish it was smooth, because it's not smooth anymore, so it's not that comfortable, which is sad, but... eh. You really need to go to theme parks in Europe. One of the things about like the differences sort of between like normal theme / amusement parks in like between Europe and the US or North America in general, including Mexico, is that like definitely like even more like standard theme parks. Like even like sort of like standard theme parks in Europe oftentimes have like pretty good theming because they like just sort of like try to like emphasize more like the atmosphere because they don't necessarily like do it's like the biggest rides. Because like in the US it's much more about like huge rides or whatever and stuff like that outside obviously like Disney and Universal parks, but like besides those and stuff like that. So it's like there's several like differences. And like there was like this one semi-famous like roller coaster YouTuber called CoasterBot who actually like once said that like after they went to the US they said that they weren't a coaster fan anymore, they were a theme park fan because they were like, I didn't actually like them a lot, but like I would probably like it because I also appreciate a like a more amusement park like park where it's like it's not necessarily as themed, as long as there's not too many people. Because if there's a lot of people and you're just like forced to hang around in like concrete like queue lines, that's not fun. But if there's not too many people, it's completely fine. I'm completely fine with it. Off-season theme parks is really good as long as there's some people, because you know what's not fun is like when a park is so empty that there's no atmosphere. That's not fun either. But they're like, it's really good when there's like just enough people that there's atmosphere, but there's like no lines or like crowding, and you're not gonna get like a horrible form of a flu from like a child coughing or whatever. And of course, in some parks, in some places in the world, they also do like off-season pricing, which means that if you like go like when it's not busy, you get a discount. That's also nice, but that's not that common necessarily. Like some waiting in lines is good. Yeah, exactly. Because like then if there's absolutely zero lines at all, and there's like no rides where you could chill in, it's like that's one of the things for me is like some parks don't have any like rides that you can chill in, then that's a problem. In Finland there's a park called Särkänniemi, and Särkänniemi I haven't been to in 6 years, but I will go next year because they're adding like a pretty sizable family coaster that's like goes along the water because the park is on a lake, and it like goes on the like right next to the water and stuff, and it'll be like from a like reputable company. It'll be like a proper custom coaster, custom coaster, which the park hasn't gotten a custom coaster since fucking 2001. They have gotten a couple off-the-shelf models that aren't that good, but like and otherwise they haven't gotten that many interesting ride additions since like that long ago. And I didn't particularly like my experience in 2019 because the park doesn't have like any. They don't have any like rides where you can like chill in if you're feeling a bit sick. Because like or like I don't feel sick easily because I train myself, but like I am already at an age where like if I don't like on purpose like go on more like rides more than I would organically, then I would feel like sick pretty easily from coasters because you know or not coasters necessarily, but like spinny rides especially. But like the park doesn't like, but like sometimes like even if you like have a strong stomach, of course sometimes you just want to chill. And the problem with Särkänniemi is that they don't have any kind of like, they don't have a Ferris wheel, they don't have like they don't have like a monorail that goes around the park, they don't have a ghost train, they don't have a fun house, like, or any kind of dark ride. They don't have like any kind of those rides where you can like still go on a ride, but it doesn't have like any forces, you know what I mean? And like my home park has a shitload of those kinds of rides, which makes it like really fun because you can like constantly do something even if you're not feeling the best. And then also this like that Särkaniemi park that I'm currently shitting on, they also don't really have any shade, and the entire park is made of concrete pretty much. Like there's a big forest section, but there's no rides in there, so like you don't really, or like restaurants there, so you don't really naturally like feel the need to hang out there. And of course I recognize that my particular experience was worsened by the fact that it was plus 30 and sunny at the day, or like plus 33 and sunny or something like that. So humid as fuck, plus 33 Celsius, and everything is made out of concrete. There are absolutely zero clouds, and there are no free water spots because like you could probably maybe get a water bottle refilled if you went to a restaurant and asked, but that's way more awkward. Like a lot of other parks that just have free water refill stations around the place, you know. So like I went there and like imagine like you're queuing in a line for like half an hour, and like at that point half a liter of water like a normal water bottle is not enough water because you're in direct sunlight, it's concrete underneath, it's really fucking humid, it's hot, you know, like there's no shade. It's not humane to queue in that, right? So I recognize that my experience was worsened, but I wouldn't have had that worsened experience if there was enough shade. But there was like basically no shade anywhere in the park. The only shade that I found at one point to sit in was just like literally the shadow of a building, but that's not like intentionally built shade. That's just that it happened to be in shade because of the angle of the sun at the point, like time, you know? So yeah, I have some problems with that park, but I'm going to go there like next year because they're adding that like a good coaster. I'm also really nervous because another park called Tykkimäki, which I haven't been to much because it's mostly for kids, but I actually went there this year, and it's a great thing that I actually went there this year because they only had one coaster, and they actually removed that coaster at the end of this year, and they only announced that it was going to close like pretty close to the end of season, and it just so happened that me and my sibling decided that we should go to that park for nostalgia reasons, and we went there like in the middle of summer, which is great that we went because like obviously the coaster's closing now, or like it's closed now, it's like probably dismantled already, so it's like good that we incidentally happened to go. I have had days with 40C at a park left. Yeah, no, that's not something you want to do like ever. Like there's no reason to do that, frankly. But yeah, I'm kind of like nervous about what that like park is gonna get because they're smaller and their budget isn't huge. So what they're replacing their only roller coaster with is gonna be like pretty, you know, like it'll be an important purchase, and I just really hope that they don't get it from this one manufacturer that they like most recently bought a new ride from called SBF Visa, because SBF Visa makes fine like flat rides, so like you know, thrill rides like that or that, you know, not roller coasters, but their roller coasters are fucking horrible and awful. Like they just don't know how to make them. And I'm really hoping that the park does not get a coaster from them, because they might, because they're cheaper and because they've just recently worked with them. But I'm like, oh no. Like it's not like a travesty in a sense, because like it's not like my home park or some place I go to a lot, but obviously like in a small, like physically not that small, but like a less populated country like Finland, so like in a kind of a sense small country, that we don't have a lot of parks to begin with, so the ones that we do have, I obviously want the best for them. Thank God Aerodynamics is no longer around. Well, like yes and no. Yes, because like a lot of their products were like really fucking jankily made, but they were also pioneers, and they did towards the end of their years come out with some really great coasters. Like in Dollywood, they have a coaster called Tennessee Tornado that apparently is really good, and then they made X2 at
Six Flags Magic Mountain. Which, I mean, I haven't been on either, but like, this, again, I haven't been to the States, but, you know. I'm considering putting up a sign with the coaster's name up there, but I feel like it would be... Well, no, because it would be like a light-up sign that high up in a park that looks this nice. Oh, another nice thing. Invert on many of their coasters, glad they made some bangers though. Yeah, because for the most part their coasters were like... Wait, who clipped my stream? Why is there a clip? Anyway, like, there's a lot of aerodynamics coasters were like, no good evil. But like, I do love that no good evil emo. Anyway, so like, it's just the thing is that they kind of got like stuck in a rut of making the same old because that's what people wanted, like, or the parks wanted, and those have not aged well. The thing is that like Vekoma, which at one point actually was partnered with Arrow, they made like they used the same track style for the longest time, and they used very similar trains and stuff like that. And I've been on a couple of their old coasters that are just like the Arrow coasters. I haven't been on a single Arrow, but like, holy shit, I fucking... There's this coaster called Big Loop at Heide Park in Germany, and I do like the concept of like a traditional, like just like simple coast, like inverting coaster with like a loop, a couple loops, and like corkscrews and stuff like that. But oh my god, it was horrible. Flip, you say, how strange, I have no idea. Ora eravamo bravi, non c'è pure stera, non c'è promeno, adesso va che ti veda. And your time to come. Was it the transitions between straight sections and an inversion? Yeah, those are some of the worst parts, absolutely, but like the inversions themselves also feel like hot garbage. Ingenting som jag vill vända på, här sitter här och låter dagen gå. Jag mår så bra. Jag mår så bra. Vad som händer där nu, det hänger på mig, ingenting som stör. Jag mår så bra. Jag mår så bra. Aha, jag är för mig själv. Här för mig själv. Här för mig själv. För mig själv. Point. What's this thing called Deliciosa anyway?
Going to Big EP, have a good decorations. Thank you for popping by, Bochum. Have a good EP. I think I've made it look about the same on that side as the other. I'll add a stone here though. One or two. It's like a little detail. Yay. Yay. Save. Like a small little bit of an extra detour going on here that I just like got like little stuck on. So warning, flashbang incoming because this website doesn't have a dark mode. This is RCDB. If anybody's really into roller coasters, they'll know this thing. But basically, I'm just gonna go roller coasters, location, Europe, and Finland. So in Finland, there's parks. Yeah. So there's like, oh fuck, modify report. Yeah, I want it to also be current status operating. Yeah. So there's 23 operating roller coasters in Finland. Well, 23 plus 2 traveling ones, because this website does not include traveling roller coasters because they can't like track them in the same way, you know. But like, so there's 25 roller coasters like in Finland total operating, and there's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once if Tykkimäki, the one I mentioned, gets a like roller coaster to replace the one they removed, then that would be the 6th park with a coaster at all. But the thing is that like there's the big ones, like the ones that have like more roller coasters, are Särkänniemi, Power Park or Power Park, and Linnanmäki. Then there's like a small ones, which is Nokkakivi, which is like a small, like very independent, tiny little thing, like place that has a, you know, it has like some mostly like family friendly rides and stuff. A lot of like old rides that they've like refurbished and stuff. It's really cute. I haven't been there yet because I just haven't had like either I haven't had the time when going past, or like now I don't have a car, so I can't go there. You know, there's like a lot of reasons why I haven't gone there. These aren't the freshest or the best pictures that are the most flattering. But anyway, they have like they have a single roller coaster, which is like an old-fashioned Cyclone or Galaxy style coaster. They have one of those. So I haven't been on that one. Then there's so that's one of the smaller ones. And then there's again Tykkimäki. If they replace their only coaster with another, then they are one. And then this isn't a theme park, but there is one alpine coaster in Finland at a ski resort, but that's not a theme park or an amusement park. They have an alpine coaster. But there's a place called Vauhtipuisto, and they have 2 kiddie coasters. I also haven't been here before because the park is pretty much exclusively for children, and also it's like way up in the north. But they have like a dragon coaster like this, and then they have like a wacky worm, which I have been on a wacky worm, but it was like a traveling one. So we don't have that many parks with coasters, so that's why I'm passionate that like I'm not trying to type, but like that's why I'm like passionate about like I hope that Tykkimäki does retain having a coaster, that they replace the coaster they removed with another one. Because obviously like in a country that doesn't have that many like proper amusement parks at all, like much because of our population, hoping for that they replace it with something like at least quality, even if it's not big. It's not going to be big because it's like a smaller park that's like more family oriented. It's not going to be like a big coaster, but I'm just hoping that it will be good. Fun fact, there actually used to be an indoor amusement park in Finland called Planet Fun Fun, which is kind of a funny name, but... Yeah, this side is... I've now completed this out of the queue line for that, and then this area is finished for now. I also like foliaged up this hillside a bit more. It does look a bit like semi-monotonous, but it's not like a real-life forest on a hill. It's not gonna be a bit monotonous, like that's just what we're gonna have to deal with. It's much better to have that than just like, you know, you being on this coaster or whatever, and you just see this empty field. So, you know. I did consider at like right before the stream, I was like, should I have built a wing coaster here instead? I was really heavily considering it, but then I decided that, you know what, one family coaster, one wooden thrill coaster, and then one inverting coaster is like a pretty good like total or like equation, I don't know, but like a wing coaster would be like one of the like these where like people sit on the sides like this. I gotta make a proper wing coaster in some park though, because the last time I made a wing coaster in this game was like ages ago. Birds. Bird. Bird. But you went somewhere. Stick to my role, just don't mention my name. Catch him. Look, a birdie. It's pretty, let's catch it. But they run into a window. The thing is, I just love the version where they're like, look, a pussy. Let's catch it. What next? What's next? I feel like I'm not gonna be able to like do this surrounding until I finish the building, and I'm not building now, so. Making a quote-unquote empty area, like a desert sort of, like more desert area like this, making one of those look good is a bit more difficult than making this sort of semi-jungle area look good, because like here for the smaller part here, it's like easier because there's much less area, so you can just fill it with like the rubble pieces and that kind of stuff, but also, I'm gonna edit the Temple of Secrets building a little bit. I'm going to be adding wooden railings to the stairs.
knees, my knees, my name. Ollie, have you ever seen like any of my other parks? Have you been here when I've like temporarily gone over to my other like Planet Coaster parks to like show them off? Or have you happened to be absent? No, this is the only one I've seen. Damn, okay. We're going over to Legend Islands. Big sip. God damn. My ankle itchy. Lord Smite Pebble, he's moaning again. This thing that I have to do to turn some lights on. Turn on, please. I was supposed to turn on for that. There we go. In my medieval Roblox park, I have a fireworks show every night. Medieval Roblox park. Interesting. I'm just gonna turn the lights on so you can see better. Well, but you can see that there's like a bunch of cool lighting in this park anyway. It's very late. Haha. Could send pics one day. There is a game. Wait, is my model? But there is a gaming channel in the Discord. Remember that. You can always share gaming stuff in there. Yeah, this place originally just started out as me making this roller coaster here that I have since edited in 2017 or 16 is when I originally made this coaster here. And then I like branched off to this island, and then I was at, or like this side, and then I put this flat ride down, and then at some point I turned them into islands and added a bunch of other rides and then just filled out the lake. So there's this like semi-family launch coaster called Adder that goes around, launches like there, does an inversion over the void there, here, goes around, flies through the like hole in the rocks, flies across the bridge, flies across the river, through another hole, then there's this like boardwalk area here, and then the coaster like whee, and then it flies over this hole here where there's like a fake waterfall situation. Flies over around here, there's little food stall there. There's the queue line for Cliff Jumper, which is this right over here, which has a bunch of like seating in front of it. Also, there's a like a lighting thing that like goes in a wave here, which you can obviously only see at night. And there's a bit of water here for atmosphere, I don't know. But yeah, there's a slowly fading light thing going on.
There's a little snack bar up here where there's a bunch of benches that are facing this way because that's where the fireworks show is. There's a bridge crossing the river. There's a little extra snack bar area here next to this big waterfall, whatever fucking thing. There's this burger building here. There's a little kiddie Ferris wheel here called Shipwrecked, which is very much integrated in. Is this ride normally looks like when you just like place it base? It has this much of like a extra theming and stuff, like the fake water with the starfish and all that stuff. I've removed all of that and I've covered up the back decoration with rocks and stuff to make it fit this theme way better, because otherwise it like looks too cartoony, so I turned it into this instead. And then like the wooden coaster goes right by it. There's Through the High Seas, which is this pirate ship, which is like, if you're entering the park here, it's like swinging right on top. The entrance goes under the exit like this. Obviously the fake stars don't look that good in the daytime, but you know, that's the point. And then there's like hanging lights on chains and stuff above. There's a little like treasure guy burning in there. More fake waterfalls, and then there's this rock bridge that people climb onto the ride from. And then there's like these like little pools that have rapids in them, and they occasionally blast water up when the ride like goes along. Yeah, like that. And then people get misted when they're on. Desolation is a ride that I haven't even finished with the building, and I don't know when if ever I'm gonna like work on it again, but there's some signs here that point people different ways. That's River Rush, that's Pillager, the wooden coaster. It also has some splash effects. River Rush is the newest roller coaster here, which looks, in my opinion, really nice. It has like this old castle thing here. It's a spinning coaster. It twists over with this like semi-arid setting over here. And then what it does is that it like the whole point of River Rush is that it like most of the time it spends on top of this like ridge here next to the river. So like it like travels around here on top. Oh, more splash effects by the way. Because of course, I clearly like them. But yeah, I really like this ride, and then there's like in the lift hill, there's like a big thing where you go through a machine. Sweet. Like the machines all turn on and then you speed up, the lift hill speed us up after that. You know, all kinds of stuff like that in River Rush. Then there's Warlock, which is like a similar-ish ride concept to the Temple, this Temple of Secrets ride in the part that we were doing on stream, except the like coaster layout itself is like maybe more intense, and it has like, you know, it also has like a different kind of dark ride scene in there where it's more like where it's like at night and then there's like ghosts and stuff that like pop down. Like and stuff like that. Like we can ride all of this stuff if you want, like at night, but like the coasters at least. Then there's like in this building there's this like courtyard where two queues go at the same time. You know, there's a flat ride here that's like integrated into the building with like fire effects and like water jets that shoot towards the guests when there's the ride like spins, whatever. Like the lines for this ride, Daunt and Warlock, they kind of like overlap in this like courtyard area. This is like the third island, obviously. Then over here there's Corona, which is it's another flat ride which just has to like literally climb up this cliff, and then there's a little flat ride up top. And I actually even made these like pre like before you get the ride, there's like a little bit of a story on these like boards, and then they also say like no smoking, etc., etc. And obviously, like Pillager is a small wooden coaster with like queue line in this like arid, whatever the fuck, you know. All kinds of stuff here. All kinds of stuff here. Very. It's like obviously, it's bigger than the park that we've been editing on stream, but like the rides are, some of them are a bit smaller, and yeah, the love you put into this, I guess you could say that. But yeah, this it's been very fun to make this place, and it did start out pretty small originally, and like obviously like originally it was like at some point I just decided to turn it into these islands, so now there's like 3 islands, which is why I called the park Legend Islands. But yeah, there's a Adder is probably better in daytime. Yeah, that's Cliff Jumper. It's like a swinging pendulum, right? Gonna send this what to Echo to show her this. Aww. Pillager's probably better at night. I'm gonna say that River Rush is better during the... Well, depends. It does have some lighting where you can like see stuff going on, but like, well, to be fair, you can't really see what's going on River Rush necessarily when you're on it because it's like spins. But like, I've even like custom support structures like this here because the in-game custom like the support structures for this would like go into the water, and I didn't like how that looked, so I did a more realistic central pillar kind of system here. But let's go on this anyway. Easy. I do like how instead of like the cliche whoa reaction, you say aw instead. I don't know why that's like so endearing to me. Jesus, the spin. It's not always this much. And then you like... And... Pillager... Kind of a dark name, but it is like kind of a darkly themed park, so... Are you gonna dispatch? This is the oldest, again I'm repeating myself, but this is the oldest ride of the, this is what the park started out as, was just this ride. I made this ride while pulling an all-nighter when having a sleepover at my siblings' place. in, yeah, 2016, I think. And just like I've progressively added to it since, like occasionally just gone back and added to it, like splash. By the wall ride, do you mean like this section where like it goes through the entrance tower here? Like here, do you mean that? Is this what you mean? Yeah. And then if I could get like, by speeding up, could I get like some of the effects on Dawn to show more? I could, but then we'd still have to wait because it takes a while to load and stuff, so I won't do that. Can we get a ride on Warlock? We get a ride on Warlock. There's a big burning ship in the station. There's some stuff here that I like now would do to slightly different standards, which we have seen like on the Temple of Secrets, but again, well, but this is one of the, I've edited this a bit more semi-recently. You got like Ghost Train style section in the very beginning. Like, for example, now I'd make the plants on the ground under the ride maybe like a bit more varied, and I probably wouldn't use such bright ambience lights on the ground, but yeah. I made the lift hill look like a windmill so that it wasn't just sticking out looking like nothing. This hall also needs something extra, but that's the end of Warlock. Fucking Oracle Goop Gorge. Is this? Yeah. And I probably wouldn't use such bright colored theme lights and stuff, but yeah. The thing is that even Adder, where's the train for Adder? It's coming in. Even Adder, like I did give that like some like a little bit of like a let's just see it launch again, where it, like when it launches out of the station, it like has a bit of a light effect. Not much, but a little something, you know. But yeah, this park goes this park is really fun. I do like to go back to this and just be like this is, you know, something I really like. There's like a park that I sort of like, there's called Alaster World, which is kind of sad, because the thing with Alaster World, and I've explained this sometime on stream before, but again, you clearly weren't there since you said you haven't seen my other parks. But like the thing with Alaster World is I actually wanted this to be like a realistic like big theme park, and the problem with that is that I started putting too much detail into it, and now it's so detailed that I cannot edit it anymore because the game just like lags too much, and I don't know if it's a limitation of the engine or my PC. I know it's partly my PC, but like there's probably a limitation to the game's engine as well to how detailed you can make stuff. And I expanded the park too much, and there's already like too much expanded space that I would have to fill in with theming that I like literally cannot. Like it would just be too much. And I have some unfinished rides in there and stuff, but I also have some finished rides that I like am really fucking happy with. Like here you can already see that it lags a little bit more, but there's like this like sort of like ancient temple kind of themed area in the same vein as like the Temple of Secrets ride in Poke Park, but it's like a bit more of a like a whole area. There's a pirate ship here that I haven't like finished. There's this weird ride called Wrath, which has effects. It like rises up and spins. There's this big show building for this big coaster over there called Scorpideus, like Scorpion God. There's Sandstorm, which is another spinning coaster, but this one has inversions, and it also has a bunch of light effects and stuff, and it like during the day it looks like this. So you can see that this is also a very high detail park, not quite as high detail as Legend Islands, because of the sheer size of the park. But then like, and there's also some, because of I said like realism, like for example Wrath, the backside of this like temple building is just concrete, and then there's like a maintenance store because it doesn't need to be anything more. And then here where Sandstorm has like this deserty theme here, it's right next to a coaster called Wayfarer, which is more of a forest theme. So like this wall of stones on this side is like desert stones, and on this side forest. Desert, forest, desert, forest, desert, forest, desert, forest, these kinds of tricks, which are fun. But yeah, this is like, this was a cool ride. Like even like here, like the queue line for Sandstorm, I made like a whole fake village over here with a castle and like all these like buildings on the side, and they're all fake. They don't have any other purpose than just be theming for the queue line of Sandstorm. It is this like little bay area here. Like they're just facades for the purpose of like visuals. And now when I zoom out, you can see that the scale of the park already is like a lot. And the thing is that I originally was like, I would have like expanded it still like beyond here. But like yeah, and some parts, as you can see, are fully themed already. Like this area is like completely done basically, this area, which I called Garden Fair. But like, what can you do? I have like a sweet old wooden coaster here called Jumbo Jet, which, by the way, speaking of lighting, it has a cool thing where at the top of the like lift hill there's a turnaround, and I have like a wave effect with the lighting where it slowly goes from like turquoise to tan in a wave and then back to turquoise. It's fun. Like there's in the Dark Woods, there's a bunch of smaller rides and stuff, and then I'm gonna already make this run because that one definitely we're riding. There's like drop towers here, there's a big Ferris wheel, there's the entrance building which has a restaurant and a hotel in it. There's even smaller rides are like well integrated, like this for example. It's like a traditional old loop-de-loop thing. Eating area. Wayfarer also has a big show building that's only for show, because on the other side it's, again, realism. It's just a facade. You can see my VTuber lagging, by the way, from me showing this off. There's a small spinning coaster here. Carousel. Cute little carousel. Wayfarer with the queue line in the woods. Fake woods, kinda. My tuber has just like fully frozen, by the way. Am I even audible? I think my computer just doesn't like showing me what's going on with my OBS while I'm in this world, or this level. But like, again, all the flat rides are like, have their own unique fencing and all that. They're like fully themed in. You can hear me? Okay, well good. Then that means that I'm still live. It just lags on my end. Great. But anyway, so like everything is like full. I have like multiple coasters and stuff that I haven't even themed. There would have been this like border building that goes like around the whole place, that lasts like a backlot area. There's a big coaster here that isn't fully themed, but the show building is, at least for Aquarius. Then here there's Journey to Sky Guard, which, by the way, I named it Journey to Skyguard before I discovered a song called Journey to Skyhold, which is actually like from Skyrim, I think, and it's what I use in this coaster. But like, this thing is like my pride and joy. And again, with this coaster, again, like, it's like the places that need to be like for a guest experience are like fully themed like this. But then, like here, for example, on the other side of the like mountain for that ride, there's like a alpine village kind of thing, and then there would be a dark ride here. But on this side, it's just like a forest and whatever. But like this whole thing is like, damn, I did that, but I wish I could like take this and drop this somewhere else, so that I could fully enjoy it, because right now it being in an unfinished park that kind of sucks. Because like this ride, I wish I could like move it somewhere else, but it's so integrated into this park, and there's other stuff integrated into it that I like literally couldn't move it if I would. I think it's too big to fit into a blueprint anyway. That I have the stream open on my phone to like monitor what's going on always, and the ride looks smoother on there than on my main monitor, because like the game capture is like smoother for some reason. And then you go into the maw of the mountain with the uvula and a bunch of teeth. But yeah, the way this just like weaves in and through the mountain, definitely a success. A success. Yeah, you can see that even when it's like a bit smoother in the stream, you can see that like the engine or my PC struggle with this. And you find the treasure, you go into a cave, and you go back to the station. But like, oh yeah, so the queue line for this is like, first you're in like a forest here. Dark forest, whatever, blah blah blah, and then you go into a cave, which is also where the coaster track ends. It's like, looks like this. And again, this isn't just like the terrain editing tool, this is like, I made it out of individual rock pieces, you know, so. But yeah, this is like, definitely like, something I wish I could move somewhere else, but I can't. And then like another example of that is Aquarius. This is actually something I maybe could move somewhere else, because this is way more contained. Your builds almost look like Unity Engine test demos. See, I don't understand the significance of that, because I don't know what that's about. But Aquarius is a coaster which is otherwise just launch coaster, whatever. However, this has a really cool idea that if I had an amusement park or like a theme park in real life, which is still a dream of mine, it will always be, is that like, is like a scene, a feature like this, what's gonna happen now. Which is, there's a short lift hill, then a drop, and then you're in a fake village that's like flooding, there's water like everywhere. You look up, there's a starry night sky, all the windows, whatever. You launch backwards, fire in the ground, and then the next time you pass through the same village, everything is burning before you like launch out of the building and go into the coaster. Whee! See, the thing is, Ollie, when you say that, I'm very flattered, but the thing is that people go even harder. People go even harder with this game, and it's like actually insane how far they go, because at least I use some pre-made pieces, but then there's people who like for every single thing they do, they just use like they completely custom make like every single part of it, which is nuts. But like yeah, we can like go snoop at this scene and see what it looks like off the ride. So coaster comes down. Everything's flooded. Coaster launches backwards, and everything, whoop! Everything switches over to fire. And then the door opens and the coaster goes like away. So that is like an effect that I'm like really fucking happy with, and I do like the look of this building in general, and I wish I could transfer that to somewhere else, but it is what it is. Thank you for participating in my private tour of the premises, Ollie. That's effectively what like this was for you, was just like this like little ending, like 20 to 30 minutes was just like a private show of like what I've been doing like throughout time. But